Middle factor means we are targeting to the middle factor. This is a middle. So we factorize and we achieve the middle part of that. So this middle part to be broken in a two part. Always remember this middle minus 3 will be broken in a two part. That is called middle factor method. Here the coefficient of x square is 1 and coefficient, this last coefficient is minus 10. Means last part ax square bx plus c, that constant part is 10 and here is 1. So this 10 and 1, 10 into 1, that is 10. This to be broken in a such a way that we have to get minus 3. So 10 can be broken as a 1 into 10, 2 into 5, and that's all. Cannot break more than that. So now 1 and 10 in any combination of plus and minus cannot give minus 3. But 5 and 2 can give minus 3. How? This minus 3 can be written as a minus 5 and plus 2. See, from here this 2 and 5 you have to utilize and you have to get the minus 3. Okay, so with this, so now that means this minus 3x can be written as a minus 5x plus 2x. That's all. Okay, so this is a very important step of the middle factor. So from these two constant values, this first and last, we multiply it, and after multiplying we factorize it in a different way. Okay, so this is a different way you can express that number. This is on so from this or this you have to get the middle. So that means next line, you observe it, we will not write anything extra. We will expand it like minus 5x plus 2x. But if you do this operation again, go back, so you will get minus 3 only. So essentially we didn't change the equation, but we have written in a more expanded format. So now this 3 term now becomes a 4 term. So the next thing what I have to do, that this is one part, one group, this is one group. So from first group you take common as much as possible. So between these two is common is x. X, from 1x is taken out, 1x remaining. So from here minus 5. From here, between these two, 2 is common, x minus 5. And you see that both the places, now between this part and this part, this become common. So this and this. So now this common part you take out. If you take out these on, then you see that x remains. And from here, if x minus 5 is taken as a common part, so only 2 remains. Now you see that here, if you multiply again x into this, you get this part, 2 into this, you get this part. So essentially here also we didn't do change anything. Okay, so these are 0 and these are also 0, so these are also 0. Now product of 2, this is one part, this is one part. This is called factorization. See that the equation is factorized. Factorized means it is expressed as a product of 2 part. So if 2 part is 0, you know, if this part is 0, you know result will be 0, or if this part is also 0, so result will be 0, because multiplying anything with 0 means it gives 0. So the two possibilities, either these will be 0 or these will be 0. Okay, so in case if means at a time 1 will be 0. So from here you write x minus 5 equal to 0. So these will give first solution x equal to 5. The second part x plus 2 equal to 0, that gives x equal to minus 2. That means graphically, what does it mean by this solution? So if you draw the graphically this one, so this will x is plus 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and another minus 2, 1, 2. So that means this equation will go like this. Okay, so this is a minus 2 is one solution and this is one solution. Okay, so this is the meaning of this finding the root of the equation, and see the method is middle factor and how beautifully it has given to the two solution point 5 and minus 2 here. Okay, this is the middle factor method. This is the finding root by middle factor method. Okay, so next we'll move to the so in this equation. Okay, in a first one I have explained everything how to do middle factor. I will be little faster here or not. So that process was first and last constant. Okay, before that, if equation is not in order, like what does it mean by order? X square x and 2 1 0. So that is the way it should be, ascending or descending doesn't matter, but it should be in a order. Okay, it could be written also as a minus 6 plus x and 2x squared plus, that is also fine, but it should be in order. So now this is in order, no need to reorder it. So this first and last 2 and 6 multiply 12. What are the different ways this 12 can be broken? 1 into 12, 2 into 6, 3 into 4, and that's all. Okay, now our target is that from first this one combination, second combination, third combination, from there we have to get 1. X means 1x, so that we have to get 1. So how can we get 1? 12 and 1 cannot give 1, 2 and 6 cannot give 1, 3 and 4 can give 1. How it can give? Plus, we have to get plus. This plus 1 we have to broken here in such a way that we'll get a plus 1. So this plus 1, how can be broken here? Plus 4 minus 3 can give plus 1 here. Okay, so that means now this middle part, as I mentioned in the first exercise in detail, that this 2x square and this 1x will be written as a 4x minus 3x. So if you do the operation, you will get only 1x here and 6 equal to 0. Okay, now first part, second part. What is first part? First 2 and these 2 always. So what is the maximum common between them? 2 and 4, 2 common. X square and x common. So how much will remain from here? Only x remains. From here, if the 2 is taken away, so plus 2 will there. X is already came here. So these are here minus, between these two common is 3 and x, and be careful, minus is there, so here it will be 2. So you see that again, check it, minus 3 into x minus 3x, minus 3 into plus 2 is minus 6. So okay, we have done correctly. Okay, now what is there? This part, that from first to that group, it has x plus 2 common, here is also x plus 2 common. So between these two, take x plus 2 common here, and remaining from here is 2x, remaining here is minus 3. Okay, so this you have to take common. So remaining is this and remaining is this. Yeah. Now product of 2 equal to 0 means any one of them can be 0. So if x plus 2 is 0, that will give one solution, which is x is minus 2. 2x minus 3 equal to 0, that will give 2x equal to 3, x equal to 3 by 2. So this is one more solution. This is So these are the two roots of the given equation. 2x square plus x minus 6 has a two roots, and these two roots are minus 2 and 3 by 2. Okay, this is one more middle factor. So here, see, the root is very scary. So we'll follow that exactly the same method we discussed already in question number 1 and 2. What is that? X in order, x square x and this. So first coefficient, last coefficient. Okay, so root 2 into 5 root 2, if we multiply, how much we get? We get 10. Correct. Root 2 into root 2 will give you 2. So 5 into 2, 10. So now this 10, what are the ways can be broken? 1 into 10, 2 into 5. So this 2 and 5 can give 7. Correct. So now middle factors, middle part 7x is broken as a 5x and 2x. 2x 5 root 2. Okay, equal to 0. Okay. So now if you observe here, so okay, then what is the next method? Nothing. Group. So here what are the things are common? Let's see. X is only common here. Correct? So whatever is common, take it. X common. So how much remain here? Root 2x remain here. Only x have taken common, so root x remain here. From here, we have taken only x out, so 5 is here. Good. Between these, what are the things are common? If nothing is there, 1 will be common. But here, observe very carefully, 2x and 5 root 2. So this 2 can be broken as a 2 is actually root 2 into root 2. Okay, so this 2 is root 2 into root 2. That means between these and these, only root 2 is common because root 2 is also here, and 2 is, you can write as a root 2 into root 2. So 1 root 2 if you take in common here, 1 root 2, so other root 2 will be here. So this is root 2x. Okay, and the root 2 is taken common, so here we remain 5. After doing this, you check, see these and these should match. Yes. So it is a little difficult to take a common here. So always remember this 2 you break as a root 2 into root 2. Then it will be okay. Everything will be okay. So now then you take common root 2. Between these two only root 2 is taken common. So equal to 0. Fine. Now you see that we achieved it. These and these become again common. So in a second phase of taking common, these we taken common. So from here x remained, and from here root 2 remained. So our factorization done. Middle factor. Means middle using in the with the help of middle term we are able to make it factorize. Factorize means broken as a two part or three part. So here we have broken as a two part. Okay, now product of 2 is 0. That means individually root 2x plus 5 can be 0. Okay, so that means it gives root 2x equal to minus 5. X is minus 5 by root 2. This is on solution. Okay, second one is x plus root 2. Okay, this is 0. So x equal to minus root 2. So one solution, one root is this one, another root is this one. Okay. So sometimes in a root, if you don't want in a denominator, then you multiply with root 2 up and down. So you get minus 5 root 2 by 2. Okay, so these are the two solution, two roots of the given equation. Yes, a little bit uh, a lot of root is there, so the things become a little bit complex than the normal integer number. But please, we need to understand also the root behavior. It is same only, but uh, understand this the behavior of the root, or how the number can be broken as a root. And again, so here fundamentally, let's see here, any number 2 can be written as a root 2 into root 3. Root, so 3 can be written as a root 3 into root 3. This is very fundamental understanding is required here. Okay, so with this help, okay, so we can do the middle factor and we can get the answer here. Okay, so hope you have understood. Okay, this is one more middle factor. This is very important, interesting, because one fraction is given. So fraction is actually not expected, or it is difficult to handle it. So how to do that? First we try to remove this fraction. So to remove the fraction, this is 1 by 8, correct? So what we can do, that we have a property as with every term, like this is a one term, one term, one term, this is one term. So for every term we can multiply with some number. Okay, so things what doesn't change. That means basically you are multiplying 8 with whole of this, and again 8 in this side also. Okay, this is the activity we are going to do that. Okay, so now if we multiply 8 with first term, so it became 16x square. If you 8 multiply with this, it became minus 8x. If it's 8 into 1 by 8, it became 1. This is the things we try to achieve, that no fraction. So now you see that everything became a integer. There is a no denominator here. All became numerator, and here this is also 0. Now middle factor, it is in order. So first coefficient and last term. So this 16 into 1 gives 16. How many different ways it can be broken? 1 into 16, 2 into 8, 3, no, 4, 4 into 4, then 6, 7, 8 already there. So these are the different ways we can break 16. Now which can give 8? 16 and 1 cannot give 8, 8 and 2 cannot give 8, 4 and 4 can give 8. Okay, so that means minus 8 can be written minus 4, minus 4. So now we are expanding middle in a two part. So guidance from here, 4x, 4x. Correct. So remains a plus 1 equal to 0. Once that is done, next step, this part, this part. First part, how much common? The maximum thing common 4 and x. So how much remain? 4x. Here how much remain? Nothing. 1. Okay, 4x is already taken here. Between these and this, nothing common. 1 is common only. So 4x. Careful, minus is there. Should be there. See that? Delete. You will get the same thing back. So okay, now these and these matches. If the matches, so one more time you have to take common. If it's taken out this one, remain 4x. Here is minus 1. So 0. So you see that both are became exactly same thing. Okay. So that means d is equal to 0, d is equal to 0. So 4x minus 1 will be 0. As the product of 2 is equal to 0, so these will be 0, and separately these also will be 0. So from here, this gives what it will give 4x equal to 1 and x equal to 1 by 4. So both the solutions are same here. So that means here this is the root of the equation, x is 1 by 4. Okay, so this is a little difficult. Okay, but first step is that you multiply with some constant number to all the terms, so that okay, your fraction goes away. Once the fraction goes away, all become integer. Now you follow the middle factor method. So you understand it, and hope if any kind of fraction is there, try to eliminate all the fractions, and then you do the middle factor. So in this middle factor, this is the same. Okay, everything is in order, x square, x and all this, so you don't have to reorder anything. First thing to be checked, then first coefficient and last. So 100 into 1 is 100. This 100 to be broken in a such a way that we should be able to get it minus 20. So 100 can be broken in a many parts if we write that way. So what is evident is, see, 1 into 100, and if you keep on writing 2 into 50, then 4 into 25, 5 into 20, and at last 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 10 into 10. Correct. So none of them can give a 20. So this is the only can give 20. So our middle factor became 20, became 10x minus 10x plus 1 equal to 0. Now see how much. So next is two groups. So 100, 10x is common, 10x remains here and 1 remains here. Minus between these only 1 is common, 10x minus 1. Okay. So these and these, again 10x minus 1 common between 2. So 10x minus 1. So both the term became same. So 10x, next step is equal to 0. So 10x equal to 1, x equal to 1 by 10. This is the root of this, and in this case both the two roots are equal roots, and that root is x by 10 and x by 10. Both the solution Okay, so what the solution is x by 10, another x is also x by 1 by 10. So two solutions are there. What does it mean? This kind of same solution means in a if you draw, so 1 by 10 somewhere here as we touch 10 point. Okay, so this is a when it touches, so it gives the both the solution actually became same only. It has a two roots, but both the roots are equal, and this is here. So that is only possible. It is not intersecting x-axis, but it is just touching at the point of x equal to 1 by 10. This is the meaning. Okay, so these are the roots. X equal to 1 by 10. Both the roots are equal. That also you can mention. Okay, hope you have understood. See here, sum of two numbers is 27 and product is 182. So how to solve this kind of problem? So how you can think about is that, see, you bring, because it is talking about two numbers, you can bring x and y also, or only x. How is that? Okay, so let one number is x, so another number will be, if it is a sum is 27, if one of them is x, so other one is 27 minus x. So this is actually you're doing a calculation and you are doing it. So if one is x and sum is 27, so another is 27 minus x. Okay, so this two numbers is now found out, but x is unknown, so x will find out. So now product of this, so this number and this another number, this one product is 182. So what will write? X into 27 minus x, like that, product of this, that means if we multiply this and this, we get 182, which is very important. Okay, so now multiply here. X into 27 is 27x minus x square equal to 182. Okay, so now if you bring this side, so it will become 27x minus x square minus 182 equal to 0. Okay, so to find a solution of this, because this became a now quadratic equation. Quadratic equation means, okay, why? Because the x square is there. So now we can solve it. Okay, so for that, what we'll do here, you have to put in a proper format. What is that? Ax square plus bx minus c. Then x square term should come first. So here you reorder it again. X square minus x square plus 27x minus 182 equal to 0. So now x is in format. So what I have to do here, the coefficient is 1 and here is this term is 182. So this 182 into 1, this 182 into 1 is 182. These you should break in a such a way that it should give the 27. Let us see that, okay, how 182 can be broken. So let us do factorization. 291. Okay, and I think this is the only way you can break 91 is like this. So now think about how this can be 27. So seven to, okay, so that means 7 into 2 is 14 and 13. So that means 182 can be broken as 14 into 13. There are the different way you can break 2 into these and okay 7 into these. So you want it to can be broken in many parts. Out of that I can see one is 14 into 13. Okay. So this 14 and 13, if you add it, okay, if you add it, it will give a, it will give the 27. Okay. So now minus x square 14x plus 13x minus 182 equal to 0. Okay. So got this part right? Then okay, I think one more line I can do here is okay, take the common between these and this is what is the common part here is a only x is a common, so it remains how much here minus x plus 14 from this first two term. As you know, middle factor means this first two term and then last two term. Between these things, between these and this, surely 13 will be common here. If you take 13 common here, what you get is, what you get here is x and you will get a 13 into 14, so minus 14. Okay, here. Okay, but here after doing this, you see that this was actually minus x plus 14, but here x minus 14 it became. So there is some sign is minus x here. We should have been expected minus x here. So how to do that? Because otherwise we cannot proceed from here, correct? So what we'll do that observe carefully this one, that let one minus be out here. So that means what does it mean here? Here observe carefully, x this part I will not touch anything. But here I'll take minus here. So if you take minus here, 13 remains here, so this has to be minus, right? Because this minus and minus again will become plus, and this plus, this minus, if you take plus 14, okay, then you see that this also remains same only, because minus and plus will give minus. So this is a little transformation inside. This is required to make these two terms same. Okay. So after this, what is here? Minus x plus 14 if you take common here. So remaining is x and from here 13. Okay, equal to 0. So here now this is the factorization complete now. So now you have to get a solution. Minus x plus 14 minus x plus 14 is 0. So x equal to 14. This is one solution. Okay, here is x minus 13 is 0. So x equal to 13. This is one more root for solution, or 0 sort of say. Okay. So these are the two roots x equal to 13 and x equal to 14. So here this calculation became little uh, difficult. So most of the time what we do, that this is also another way, is that you take minus 1 common from here and it becomes x square minus 27x plus 182. Okay, so you will get a like a better calculation. Generally we don't put anything negative with the x square. That way also you can handle it. Okay, so I'll show that also, that how to handle from here this on. So okay, so what I'll do here is I erase this part. Okay, I erase this part fully, and what I write here is I'll take minus 1 common here, so it become x square minus 27x from this line, okay, plus 182 equal to 0. So that gives x square, so minus 1 if it goes here, so it becomes 0. So x square 27x plus 182. Okay, so we know that 182 we have broken as a 13 and 14. So x square is minus 13x minus 14x plus 182 equal to 0. So if you take x common, x minus 13. From here if you take 14 common, you will get x minus 13. So this. So x minus 13 into x minus 14. See, it becomes little easier. So x minus 13 equal to 0 means x equal to 13 is one solution, and x minus equal to 14 is another solution. Hope you have understood. So if you avoid minus sign with x square, so that is why things become a little lengthier and complex. So don't do that. Come by this way, so that you make x square coefficient positive coefficient. So with that, if you can progress, it will be much easier. Okay, so what you have done, you have taken minus common, or you think you have multiplied minus 1 with both the sides. Okay, for every number. Okay, you have multiplied every number with a minus 1 here. This side you have multiplied minus 1, this side also you put minus 1. Multiply both the side. That's all. So this is the number, you will get it. Okay, these are the few tricks where things become more difficult. Okay, so these are, so the question was that the two numbers. Those numbers are 13 and 14. Okay, whose sum is 27 and product is 182. So next question is uh, sum of squares of two consecutive number is 365. Sum of whose squares? So mind it. So two consecutive number. What is consecutive number? I mentioned earlier. 1, 2, 3, 4. So from 2 and 3 consecutive, 3 and 4 are consecutive. So basically between these two number difference is only 1. So let one number be x. So next, so this consecutive number will be consecutive number is x plus 1. Okay, now what is happened is squares of is these squares and these squares, sum is 365, right? Sum of whose squares is 365. So this is the things given. So what we do then? We simplify it. X square plus 2x plus 1 equal to 365. So this gives 2x square plus 2x plus 1 and minus 365 if it is come this side. So this gives 2x square plus 2x and here 364. Okay, 2 will be common from all of them. So x square plus x and minus 192. Okay, so that means this. Okay, now next step is, so 2, we divide 2 by both sides, so it becomes x square plus x minus 182. This is 0. Okay, so now this 182, okay, uh, 182 has to give. Okay, so this is again, we will follow that. Of course, this is a middle factor. This is the only way we are solving the equation. So this 182 should give plus 1. Only plus 1 is here. Okay. So okay, now let us break this 182. What are the different we can break? 1 into 182, that cannot give 1. 2 into 91. Okay, then uh, okay, so another is 13 into 14. This gives also 182. Okay, so this 13 and 14 can give plus 1. How? That is x square plus 14x minus 13x minus 182 to 0. Okay, then we will go for the factorization. Here factorization is common factoring between this part and this part. So from first part, if you take x common, x plus 14. Okay, and from here, if you take minus 13 common, this is x plus 14 to 0. So now here and these things are common, so x plus 14 and x minus 13 is 0. So if this is equal to 0, so we get x equal to minus 14, one answer. Another is x equal to 13 is another answer. Okay, so one is, so from here, okay, now the question is that what is that? Let one number be x, consecutive number is x plus 1. Is there anything we will find the positive integers? Okay, so that means this is not possible. Positive integer means x equal to 13 and consecutive is next one is equal to 14. So the smaller number is 13. So in this consecutive number, you have to write that a smaller number is x equal to 13. A smaller number is 13. So that two consecutive number is 13 and 14. Okay, so because one is given, negative number is not possible as per the condition here. So if the positive x is equal to 13 and consecutive number is next one is 14. So this 13 and 14, obviously we can see that it is giving 182 here. Okay, so this is the solution for that, for this question number 4. Okay,